I don't want a lot for Christmas. I just want to steal this goose. Isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Something about a goose is getting stolen. I have no idea. I don't know about no presents underneath my goose. Jax, you look bigger than normal. Welcome to Haunts, Graves, and Omens.
Welcome.
My name is Fred Stewart, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host.
It's me. It's Taylor. Hello.
Hi, Tay.
Oh.
And we have Spirit the Turf.
We do. She's here.
Live in studio with us.
Do y'all remember when she was
a wee
tiny?
little baby anymore.
Little baby, yeah.
She was tiny at one point.
She's still a wee little baby, but she don't look like a wee little baby.
No, she's big.
And with us running cameras and sound is Marty Cowick.
Whoa,
Marty.
look at my face.
Oh my God.
This is intense.
What's happening over there?
I'm here, I'm queer, and now I have a beer.
Nice. Hell yeah. Off the top of the show, I do have some fun true crime stories to share with everyone. The bronze top hat missing from Abraham Lincoln's statue in Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Abraham Lincoln's top hat is missing from a bronze sculpture alongside the Ohio River in Louisville, Kentucky. The sculptor Ed Hamilton posted photos of his artwork on the waterfront on Facebook on Saturday.
Does it state whether or not he's bald underneath that top hat?
I don't know. They said, quote, they had to be strong and determined to pry off the bronze from a base. Good grief, he said in his post. The statue is 12 feet tall and is located on a rock and was put there in 2009. And there's an anonymous tip line. So if you know anybody who has a gigantic, and I do mean gigantic, bronze Abe Lincoln top hat.
Hit a brother up because that would look great in my room.
Yeah. This other one didn't load, so we'll go to the next one. Woman busted for the most Krispy Kreme of crimes.
Oh.
A 20-year-old allegedly stole a van filled with 10,000 donuts in an Australian suburb.
Bro. Sounds like my best friend.
It's the best kind of robbery.
If I met them, I would ditch you for them, Fred.
Damn, that's crazy.
We would start a podcast
I mean, I would kill you both. I'd kill you both. I'd kill them and then myself in front of you.
But what would you do with that's the big question, the donuts.
Oh, I would give them out. Just give them out for free.
I would see how many donuts I can fit on my wiener and cry after it was just a half.
You know what I like to do to these donuts? Squish them. That's an inside joke between me and Marty. So the paper, New York Times reports that the driver of the delivery van carrying approximately 10,000 Krispy Kreme donuts stopped at a 7-Eleven service station in Carlingford outside of Sydney in the middle of the night on November 29th. While the vehicle was unoccupied, a woman spotted in surveillance footage hovering around the gas pumps, took that opportunity to jump in the van and speed away. So she took all of it. They report the vehicle was found abandoned about a week later in the parking lot. The spoiled donuts still inside.
No way.
Yeah, didn't even take
now I hate this woman.
Didn't even take one.
Not even your best friend.
I know, dude.
I've taken that back, Fred. You'll always be my best friend.
Yeah, I know, dude. Otherwise, I would fucking just cut your face off and wear it. That's what love is.
Now buy me Krispy Kreme after this.
Oh, dude. We'll go. I swear to God. I swear to God, we'll go after this if you want.
Krispy Kreme is in like Clackamas. Isn't
I
it?
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's I used to live by it. It's on
off
82nd,
right?
yeah, by Johnson Creek.
Oh, we're going. So a 28-year-old woman was arrested on the case on Thursday. The suspect charged with vehicle theft. Driving while disqualified was refused bail. The van thief may not have known what they were stealing. So basically, they just kind of were like just stealing a truck just to steal a truck, which is kind of fun. Another true crime story that's very fun comes out of Fairfax County, Virginia. They're calling this robbery suspect the Bird Bandit. Police say the suspect displayed a knife and robbed somebody of an undisclosed amount of money at a McDonald's in the Seven Corners area on Tuesday morning, the Washington Post reports. The suspect is described as a Hispanic man in his late 20s, early 30s with a black cowboy hat and 3 parrots.
3 parrots?
Wow,
3 live
just
parrots.
a fucking cowboy pirate?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Cowboy Mexican pirate.
Yeehaw, you matey.
I did hear about this with the parrots though.
Yeah, this is a fucking insane story. Surveillance footage from nearby 7-Eleven showed a man with 2 birds on his hat and another on his shoulder. Police say the suspect left the area in a blue SUV. Anyone with information should obviously call their local Crime Stoppers. The NBC Washington notes that the suspect may, since the man's feathered companions weren't present during the McDonald's robbery, they may be actually innocent.
I can't wait to
They might be.
These birds may be innocent. Otherwise,
Maybe.
these birds might be telling them.
I can't wait to see the police sketch of this guy.
So is he more like a pirate or is he more like a cowboy? And they're like, somewhere in the middle.
He's both.
He's a, it's like when you're like a little kid and you're playing games, you're like, oh, I'm a spaceman who's also a policeman. Like, like that little thing. It's like that guy just grew up and was like, I'm half pirate, half cowboy.
All Mexican.
And then this is what I appropriately describe as Taylor-style news. Idaho man sorts peanut M&Ms by color in record time.
What's his time? I'll beat him.
See? Dare I say, TISM news. Would you describe this as your kind of news? This feels like something you would be up.
I would see the headline and probably just scroll past.
No, I know, dude. You'd scroll back.
I'm still on the pirate thing. Like,
Yeah.
Like, fool, I'm a pirate.
So, a nice wholesome story to end it. Serial world record breaker David Rush added another title to his name by sorting 17.6 ounces of peanut M&Ms by color in 1 minute and 14 seconds.
What a last name to have for that skill.
Yeah, well, it's even crazier. Rush holds more than 250 Guinness World Record titles.
Okay, maybe I can't beat him, but
Yeah. Took on the record for the fastest time to sort 500 grams of peanut M&Ms as part of an online challenges for Guinness World Records Day. Rush has said he had to raid his kids' Halloween leftovers and buy 2 large bags of the candy to have enough to tackle the record. A record-breaking enthusiast said it took him 16 tries to achieve a time of 1 minute and 14 seconds, besting the previous record of 1 minute and 18 seconds.
What does this guy do for a day job?
I guess sort peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, he probably works in a sorting. He's cheating. He works in a sorting factory, I'm sure.
Yeah. So it says, he says, quote, and don't forget, Guinness doesn't allow you to waste food, so I have been feasting on the spoils ever since, Rush said in a video after his attempt.
And when he made the statement, he had 0 teeth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's mainly because he was blowing the guy that was in the mailman, cigarette mailman.
oh, okay.
The cigarette milkman.
Cigarette milkman.
Yeah.
He could, you know what? Fuck it. At this point, he also delivers mail.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Might as fucking
2023.
well.
It's the cigarette milk mailman.
Yeah. Let's be real. This is 2023. There's mail delivered to your door with
God.
milk and cigarettes now.
Oh, dude. Nothing like open a mailbox and get a nice cup of milk.
Do you think, like, you know how, like, the old, whatever cliche is, like, the milkman's son or whatever?
Yeah.
What if nowadays, it's like the fucking the Grubhub son or like the
The GoPuff son.
Yeah, the GoPuff son.
Well, I don't know, dude. Definitely not gonna be Charles. Definitely not Charles and Randy.
yeah, definitely not.
Hate to be your dad, dude. Hate to be my dad. Go watch that episode of The Doc. It's one of the most brutal fucking just shutdowns I've ever seen of anybody. It's so funny. But yeah, it'd be the Instacart driver's son.
Yeah.
That's great. I don't have enough money to tip you. And it's like, then you just tip to the app. It's just whatever. It's like, but what if I gave you a tip? And it's like, yeah, you could just rate 5 stars. That'd be cool.
You just put it on the app.
It's like, I got another order I gotta run. You didn't do priority, so I have another. Well, you did priority, so I have another order that has to.
I gotta
get out of here.
Sorry.
Enough with me and my fun stories. Hey, what's your fun stories? What are we covering?
We're talking about a cryptid. We're talking about 2 cryptids today.
Ooh, 2 cryptids.
They are both out of Pennsylvania.
Ah.
I know that's exactly where you were expecting them to be from.
Well,
right?
yeah, it's a state just named after pencils.
And
What about?
and that's where the American Dracula lives.
No, I don't think so.
Right? The American Dracula lives in Pennsylvania? Is that what we're covering?
The
cryptid we're covering?
For some reason, you said that, and I immediately thought of Dracula Flo. And I was like,
that's where he lives.
I was like, is Dracula Flo from Pennsylvania? He's got to be, right? If he's
Probably,
not,
yeah.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'm in Pennsylvania and this shit. It's so funny. But yeah. What would a fucking American Dracula be like? Just 500 pounds? Just like, I want to suck your blood, but I have to get into my scooter.
I want to suck your dick no matter what gender you are.
Cutting that. Jesus, man. Anyways. Jeez, this is in the dock.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We only blow milk cigarette mans here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Are y'all ready to...
I'm ready to get into it.
There's slobber on my mic. I found that out.
Doggy.
Yeah. She slobbered on the mic.
My condom back on my mic. Hold on. Hello?
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there we go.
Killed it so it didn't...
It wasn't making any noise.
That's why. It's because he...
It wasn't making any noise to begin with.
Okay. Y'all are ready?
Yeah, but what cryptids are we talking about?
I want to save the first one as a kind of a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Because Marty doesn't know what we're talking about.
I do not.
And I think the moment that I say the name, he's going to lose it.
Okay, then I'm ready.
Okay.
I've been ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready right now.
Marty, are you ready?
My body's ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Also, check out this cool shirt Marty got me. Look at this. Got this one for Christmas. Marty got me the Stranger shirt, dude. And then me and Taylor got Marty some sick shirts for Christmas.
And then I got this one. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can see that actually pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I pet your dog?
Can I pet your dog?
Pet your dog.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. So the thing about this creature is that it kind of has a couple of attributes that are similar to other creatures that we know, some that we've covered.
Okay.
You know, Bigfoot, Goatman. Also one that I have never heard of before and would like to end up covering, the sheep squatch.
Oh, sheep squatch sounds crazy. Is that when you isn't that when you like you wipe, but you wipe your ass, but you reach up underneath and then wipe forward? Isn't that a sheep squatch?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Pretty sure.
Sounds right.
Say probably not.
Yeah, Marty says it's right, dude. Oh, dude, sorry, dude. Oh, itchy, dude. Sheep squatching back there in the woods.
All right. So
going on Urban Dictionary right now.
We're going to be talking about the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
No, the fuck we're not.
Oh, the wood-eating Amish grabbing goose grabber? the wood-grabbing Amish eating goose grabber?
Try it again, Marty.
The Amish eating wood-grabbing jerker offer.
You just swapped the first two. That's what you said before.
Dude said goose like 3 times in the first one.
The goose wood Amish grabbing.
The wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
Yeah.
One more time.
The wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
Goose grabber. The
Put it all
wood-eating
together.
Amish County goose grabber.
Yeah.
Or it's the it's the WEACGG, if you will.
Just imagine you're knocking the door. Who is it? Hi, it's the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
Hide, Meredith, hide the goose. And he's like,
and the goose is in the back like, what?
Yeah, Meredith, it's a goose. Hide the kids. The goose grabber's here. Like, does a goose grabber just come in and just be like, gotcha?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about how he gets his name. He kind of pulls his name from a couple of different encounters.
Yeah. Also,
I would like it more if it was a goose that ate Amish people.
Just a giant
Amish
scary
eating
goose.
Goose County.
Goose County.
that's the county next over.
Yeah.
That's the goose eating. No, that's the Amish eating Goose County Amish grabber. Yeah.
She was just out churning her butter. And all of a sudden, we just heard wings flapping.
She
She
never
was
stood
gone.
a chance.
No.
That goose was 15 feet wide. Came down from the sky, snatcher gone forever. Terrifying.
It was just so dark outside because, lights.
Because, lights. We don't believe in them. That's so funny, dude. Dude, this whole problem might have been solved with just flashlights, dude. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Okay. So this creature, as the name implies, is reported to lurk in the fields, woodlands, and valleys of the middle to southern portion of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has always kind of had an Amish colony.
Yeah.
It's always kind of just been there. And that's actually one of the state's most notable features. They're mostly located in the southern portion of Lancaster County. Lancaster County is, in fact, the largest and oldest Amish community.
Oldish?
There's too many S's, and I have a list.
Oldish county?
I have
Bro, I
a
look fucking jacked, dude. Look how fucking tough I look, dude. I'm actually pretty chubby, but look how fucking tough I am, dude. So tough and cool. That fucking goose couldn't grab me, dude.
Yeah, there's too many S's, so I apologize for my list because it's gonna when I say too many S's, it starts to kind of make itself more prominent. So, good luck, buddy.
All right.
So it's the oldest Amish community in the United States with an approximate population of 30,000. They are mostly known for their strong Christian beliefs, salt of the earth lifestyle, simple clothes, and their shunning of modern technology, which results in probably their most famous attribute, their usage of horses and buggies. They're known to be master craftsmen and cooks and have a rich folk life and folk history that is pretty fascinating. The beginnings of this event are kind of, it's the hard part. This is from 1974, so history in general is not very good when it comes to cryptids, but especially like now, you have a little more substance sometimes, but when you start getting to older cryptids, you see it a lot where it's like, I don't know, Susan said she saw it over there, and then Max said he saw it that away.
Well, it'd be more like Ethel and Samuel saw it over there. That'd be more.
Ezekiel, where'd you see it?
Oh, Father, I saw the beast, Father. He was over there grabbing the goose, Father. Goodness me.
So the first article that was written on this particular beast appeared in the 1974 January edition of the Pursuit newsletter. In the article, and still the reports roll in. In the article, the location of the sightings is in an area known as the Big Valley in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Upon doing some research, there are currently no areas in Lancaster, Pennsylvania known as the Big Valley.
So they're fucking liars.
Maybe. However, there is an area in both Mifflin and Huntingdon County called the Keisha-Coquillas Valley, which is known as the Big Valley. So
that's probably it.
It's probably one of those counties and not Lancaster, but they don't know. So in that area was settled by a group of Amish around 1791. There's still a thriving population of Amish people still in the area, which is around 3,000, and is about a 2-hour drive from Lancaster. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities. that's where this happened.
That's where this happens. I wonder what 3,000 Amish people smell like. Like wood shavings and inbreeding.
Jeez.
I'm just saying, like, we don't know.
I mean,
You're both looking at me like I'm crazy.
I always wondered that also with the Amish communities. Like, you know, some of them are decently big, but like how long after, like, I'm sure they don't get a lot of newcomers, you know?
Yeah.
Like how long until they're all related, and how long until it doesn't matter if they're related before they have babies that aren't come out fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, there's that wonderful documentary, The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, where they talk about the white family, where they're all just heavily inbred. That's a fucking crazy documentary.
That is a wild documentary. I've seen that.
Yeah, that shit's just like, they got what's his name? Russ, whatever, the guy who barks.
Yeah.
You know?
Rufus.
I don't think that's his name.
Oh God. That's another good inside joke there. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry. That just derailing the show for a fucking what's your name? Rufus? Oh shit. It's too hard to explain.
So there is another possibility, even though it's easy to point out this discrepancy, yet to give the writer his due, there very well could have been an area known as the Big Valley in Lancaster. Don't really know.
Yeah.
There's not one now, but maybe there was.
Yeah, now it's called Schmedium Valley.
Jesus.
Now it's called Average Sized Valley. Sponsored by Kroger.
So the sighting actually occurred in 1973, and it was if this was some locally known name for a particular stretch of farmland or some community itself, the name and location then could be accurate. It could have been in Lancaster and not in one of the other places. So who really knows? But that's why we're gonna refer to this creature as the Amish County Goose Grabber instead of like Lancaster Goose Grabber or a Huntingdon County Goose Grabber, because
the Huntingdon County Goose Grabber sounds like a dude who fucking strangles people with a goose.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did the victim die? It's like, how they
or it
strangled them
sounds
with...
like a Huntington County guy who just goes off and like jerks off in front of people. Like he just keeps grabbing his goose.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say he paints his dick and balls like a goose.
And then grabs it.
Look at my goose! Oh, look at my goose! Just going on. Oh goodness! Goodness me!
God. So the case of the wood-eating Amish County Goose Grabber, though, would occur in 1973, like we mentioned. The Big Valley area would be besieged over the course of 3 evenings by this creature's strange and unsightly rampage across the local farms, resulting in both the loss of livestock and tools.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's their most prized possession. The Amish most prized possession is wood.
The livestock
Can't have
tools.
goose eating your wood. Then there's going to be no play like their craftsmen. That's wood is their bread and butter.
You know what's really funny is I'm also seeing a different name for that exact cryptid, which is called the wood chomping goose chucker.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a little bit more racist.
What the fuck does that mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
It just sounds bad.
This is the shorthand name, all right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's the derogatory term for it.
You know, it's like your name is Marty, you know, but if we want to call you like something else, we would just call you like Mart.
I was gonna say Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
But,
hey
like-
you.
Actually,
Like-
his shorthand is Tin.
Tin.
I'm the Tin Man.
What's up, Tin Man? I'm the Tin Man is crazy. I'm the Tin Man.
But for real, like you're like the goose grabber, you know, and someone is like, "Hey, shut the fuck up, you fucking goose chucker." You're like, "What the fuck did you just call me?"
Is that just a term against this exact cryptid?
Yeah, it's a derogatory term
against this one cryptid. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
So the first encounter occurred one late evening when two Amish brothers on horseback were finishing their day's work. But they were bringing hay into the barn, and it was just as the sun was starting to dip lower in the sky, and the horses began to behave strangely. They began to buck and neigh as though some unseen predator was in their midst.
Goose man! Goose thrower! What is he saying?
The brothers searched the fields on their farm looking for a coyote, bear, or some other possible danger. As they stared out to a particular section of the field, they noticed a strange moving figure that seemed to come near them. The brothers looked as the figure approached, yet remained unalarmed, since the way the figure was running made them think it was a relative or neighbor coming to tell them supper was done, or possibly to come finish the chores for the day. You know, fucking Goose Man over there is just running at you, and you're like, oh, that's just Mike.
That must be my brother Ezekiel.
It's Michael.
Come forth, brother. Don't hide into the whatever we have out here. Some sort of scenery.
Brush?
Sure. Oh, Ethel, please go get a flashlight.
Wait, we're Amish. Never mind.
Please go get a candle.
Please go get a candle with a set of reflecting beams. Make sure you cover it because it's windy, otherwise it'll go out, and you have to go all the way back to the house to relight it, which we know is going to be a huge mess.
But damn those flashlights.
But please, for the love of God, can we get a fucking Amazon order out here? At least maybe one.
We can break the rules at least once.
So as the figure came closer, however, the brothers' eyes widened as the gray blob came closer to them, and they realized it was not a human, but a strange beast running like a man, as one does.
Oh, good.
They could make this strange creature out as it came closer. Adorned on the top of its head were two long horns, like a billy goat or ram. The creature was covered in gray fur, and around its neck and possibly its head was a white mane. The creature was as big as a good-sized cow with long legs. Its mouth had large tiger-like fangs, and it came closer to the men, where they noticed the beast's large hands were tipped with grisly claws.
Oh my God.
The horses bolted and bucked the men off.
Yeah.
As
horses do.
As I'm not surprised. And the two fell onto the dry ground. The men stood and waited for their inevitable end, but the creature ran past them. Some reports claim it grabbed a chicken and ran back into the woods.
It was hungry.
That's fair.
It wanted a snack.
Also, why don't the Amish water ski?
Why?
Because their horse would drown.
I was also wondering, this is off topic as well, but what, does Irish Amish porn look like? Like, it's just like chiseled in wood, and it's just like an Amish lady in just the traditional Amish garb, and it's just the very top button undone on her neck, and it's just chiseled in the wood, and this guy's like, oh my God.
It's so funny you made that joke, because while I was sitting here, listening to the story, I thought of that same bit, and I just thought about show some ankle, Ethel, show some ankle, which is a throwback to episode fucking 2 of HGO. Some ankle, or show some ankle.
Yeah.
Show me some ankle, Ethel. Show me some ankle.
So the men ran off to their home and proceeded to tell their family about the experience. They returned to the area where the horses were still out and had begun to calm down, searched the ground to determine what the animal was and where it could have gone to. Yet because of the lack of rain in the recent days, the ground was dry and no tracks could be found. The men, terrified by the encounter, decided that this creature was not something he, his family, and his neighbors could deal with, and went to the police with their encounter. Apparently, nothing was done. Surprise.
Well, they're like, how about this? I'll be a police officer sitting in like the Lancaster. I'm serious. This is like the Lancaster area, right? Yeah. And I'm sitting in an actual police station because they don't live in a fucking barn. Not saying Amish live in a barn. They're not going to see this. Not going to be offended. But and if you are seeing this, I'm telling your fucking dad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling father of Michelob Ultra, whatever his fucking name is.
We'll send him a letter. It'll get to him in about 7 to 4.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling him, dude. You're gonna get in trouble. I'll be a police officer, and then you be an Amish person rolling up on your horse and buggy. I assume.
And I'll be the horse.
Marty will be the horse, and then we'll. Okay, ready?
Hey, can I talk to you?
It's a loud horse. Yes.
Don't mind him.
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you? Did your horse have nitrous?
That's his hydraulics. Don't mind him. It's fine.
He sinks out. He's got an air ride system on a horse. Yeah.
He goes from a stallion to a pony, but
goes from a 4-stroke to a 2-stroke. Got it. Yeah.
Anyways, I gotta talk to you.
Yes, how can I help you?
Listen, my sons saw something out on our farm today while they were bringing in hay. Apparently.
Yes.
Bipedal beast, not human. According to them.
Yeah.
Had a mane, 2 big horns like a billy goat.
Yes.
It didn't do anything to him. I just want to say that. It just scared the horses.
Nay.
Your horse says it didn't scare him, but
it wasn't this horse. It was
this horse so sensual. Nay. So you saw a bipedal beast. Well, they saw a bipedal beast with the horns come at him.
Yeah. It had like claws, like big old grizzly claws.
Yeah.
Didn't do nothing to him. Just grabbed a chicken and then ran off into the woods. But I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, you should do something about that. That's crazy.
Can you help at least?
Yeah, probably. What do you call an Amish guy with his arm up a horse's ass? A mechanic. Nothing I could do for you, but good luck. And,
all right, I'm getting back on my horse. He's
Officer Stevens, I'm pretty sure that horse just hit second gear. That's so fucking funny, dude. Just sinks down. That's the fucking this episode's out of control.
It's pretty good though. All right. So the next evening, at a farm about 5 miles from the initial encounter, the landowner was out cutting the ever-growing weeds on his property when he heard a loud and ferocious roar. The creature, in similar fashion as to what happened at the brothers' farm, happened to the farmer, and it began to charge at the man.
Oh, shit.
So the farmer, in fear, raised the hand scythe he was using to remove weeds. As the creature came closer to where he stood, the farmer, realizing that this creature was potentially coming to end his life, took a swing at the beast with his gardening tool. Yet, it was in a moment of horror that the farmer realized he was no match for this strange abomination, as in one swift motion, the creature beat the tool out of the farmer's hand before it could make connection with the beast's flesh. It was in that moment that the farmer saw the beast and described it in the same way the brothers did, with only 2 differences.
Wait, so now he's the wood-eating, Amish County, tool-beating goose grabber.
You'll see why it says wood eating in a minute.
He's gonna suck this dude's dick.
So
He grabbed his tool.
the difference between sorry.
The difference between
the brother's description and the farmer's description was that it bore 3 horns as opposed to 2, and then also that it had a long tail.
Interesting.
But otherwise, the description was the same.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird beast. I mean, like the first one, I was like, maybe it could be like just some sort of weird bear thing, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever. But nah, dude, it's got a tail, it's got horns, it's bipedal.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It is weird. The man began to run away after seeing his tool now in the beast's grips. The beast did not follow, but what the beast did with this tool would not go unnoticed as he began to gnaw and chew and swallow the handle of the scythe.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Like, oh my god!
The next,
Good heavens!
the next day, in the spot where the beast was seen, was his scythe, with his scythe was the blade and the bolts. That was all that was left.
That's insane.
So that is why he is the wood eating.
So he was just chewing, you know?
He
just macking. He just having a time.
he just, like how dogs chew on things.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know. She's sleeping down there. Dead asleep. All right. So
I'm reading more Amish jokes.
there is some issue on this part of the account, as some sources say that the beast did this in front of the farmer, whereas others say he simply found his tool handle gone the next day. So there's a little bit of variation there. Not surprising for a cryptid story from the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, fucking what? Mothman was 72? No, 60? 72?
It was, I think, early 70s.
Mothman was an old man?
Mothman is forever.
Old man? He was
67.
72 years old. Oh, he was 67.
66, 67 is when it was from.
Okay.
So how old is he today?
Well, Mothman is
None
forever.
of your business.
Oh,
Mothman
Don't
is
ask a man his age.
Yeah, Marty.
God.
that's a woman.
Don't ask a man his age either.
You don't.
Men don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. Wait. Who am I arguing with?
I don't know.
Spirit.
Spirit's not even in the conversation. She's asleep.
Spirit, how old is Mothman?
Spirit.
How old is the Amish County? No, the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
She says
At least a couple years old.
See, she answered.
Yeah. I was gonna say she said at least 5. So
I mean, what would you guys do, man? You're out there you're gardening away, dude, you know? You're like, fuck, I wish I had TV. You know? You're just like, I wish I could play fucking Valorant right now, dude. Oh, God, I would do anything for that. And all of a sudden, this bipedal beast just comes up. And you're like, how about thee? And just slaps it out of her hand, starts eating it. What are you going to do, dude?
I don't know. Move?
he's got a good point.
Move where?
I don't know. To like
Out of Lancaster County.
not Pennsylvania.
Anywhere that's not Pennsylvania, that's fair.
So the investigators who would later arrive on scene would comment that the beast's sudden craving for wood was due to the fact that the creature was craving salt because of the summer heat wave. Of course.
Dude, honestly, man, I get it. It's
Are you eating the handle of scythes in the summertime?
no, but I chew on the barrel of a shotgun every so often to get my lead in. What? I'm just kidding. Relax.
We're getting edgy this episode.
I guess. So
It's fine.
the third, final, and arguably most comical encounter with the strange beast occurred on a farm midway between the 2 previous farms. An Amish woman out feeding her chickens and attending to other needs of the farm was distracted by the sound of a loud cacophony of foul noises. Bird noises.
Okay.
Fowl is an F-O-W-L.
I thought it was.
It's like
No.
that goddamn horse again.
but instead, it's foul noises like.
Birds.
Like
Like
bird.
chickens and
Like-
geese and...
Oh shit.
Is that what chickens sound like? I don't think so. There we go. That's actually a pretty good chicken impersonation. You actually do really good at chicken impersonation.
Dude, I grew up having chickens, dude. You gotta call them, dude. I actually do a really good chicken call. Hold on. You guys ready?
Come here, chicken.
Oh, chicken.
I was close enough.
Oh, chicken, come here, chicken.
Oh, fuck chicken.
Yeah. I looked.
I know the Colonel.
I've been looking up, trying to find photos of like maybe like a drawing or something of the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber, which is just a fun sentence to say. And I go to Google search and I'm looking around and there's a photo of hungry hippos, Mother Goose treasury, some Amish stuff, there's like some Amish tables. And then there's a gooseberry Amish jam.
That actually sounds kind of good.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of fucked up, dude. They just squish all those gooses into berries, dude.
Yeah, that's
How
fun.
do you even do that? It also
That's
looks like goose shit.
Well, gooseberries are like yellow, so.
Somebody tell the vegans.
They're turning geese into berries. That's what the liberal government doesn't want you to know. Like, you know, Jesse Ventura? Yeah. Yeah, dude. I can't even do that. The wood-eating Amish County goose grabber is always grinded behind the... Always out there grabbing geese and turning them into berries.
This might have to be a two-part episode.
Yeah.
Fucking, it might have to be. Or we just cover the. I didn't think the Amish County Goose Grabber was gonna have.
We got time,
this
man.
much
Let's just,
substance.
fuck
The
it.
other ones, like-
it's so hard not to do bits on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's so
I'm not
comical.
even close to done.
Oh, my
I mean, the
God.
Amish are comical in themselves, but like now you have
The
somebody on
Amish
the.
County goose grabber.
So the sound was not the usual honking and clucking she was used to, but the sound as though the animals were scared and worried. As
That's not the honking I'm used to.
As she looked up, she saw the creature that her foul friends and food had tried to warn her of.
It is I, the Amish County goose grabber.
She saw it slinking around where her largest geese were and watched as the beast reached down and grabbed the biggest two, one in each hand, paw, whatever you want to call them. And the beast looked up, realized the geese's rightful owner was watching, and began to run away towards the woods.
What do you think those two geese were thinking, Marty?
Huh?
Not again.
Were they Canadian geese or were they?
I mean,
You're just regular.
Because they were probably like, oh fuck, bud.
Oh, heck no, bud. Absolutely not. But listen, I don't want you to be sore about it. No, they're probably
Oh fucking honk, eh?
they're probably not Canadian geese. So the beast runs up, just picks him up, and the person's like, "What the fuck?" And the
Yeah,
beast
he's
looks at
like,
him. Oh, fuck! I gotta get out of here.
He's standing right behind me, isn't he?
the Amish
Wait, wait.
woman, in a moment that some could argue is brave and the others as suicidal or foolish, began to then chase the beast down.
Hell yeah!
She was
Oh, yeah.
waving her apron at the creature and yelling as she ran towards the strange beast.
Get out of here, beast. Be gone.
The animal, either annoyed by its pursuer or simply not wanting to get caught, did one of the most ridiculous things. It looked down at its hands, stopped, and with what could only be a fraction of its strength, threw the goose at the woman.
Dude, that's how you know this is an intelligent beast, and that it's not just like a because like I mean like Bigfoot and stuff will kind of be like, oh no, throw rocks at people or whatever. But this goose is like, oh shit, I've been spotted. Or like goose grabber is like, oh shit, I've been spotted. I gotta get out of here. So it's running, and the lady's like, little drop my geese and leave him.
And
Leave
he
him
like stops, looks,
puts
and
the
is
brakes on. Yeah.
He's like,
Bye.
bye.
I bet in that moment she wished she had some wood-eating Amish County goose grabber mace.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody knows the WEACGG spray is been out of stock for years.
Yeah, it's really hard.
And also how they can
Hold it.
order it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're...
Get it on Amazon.
Well, I know they can make like at-home stuff. They just take goose shit and mix it into a spray bottle, but you have to get the spray bottle, dude.
Yeah.
They spend money on spray bottles.
They're craftsmen. They can make some shit.
It's true.
So the goose, assumedly dead at this point, hit the woman with such force that the woman fell on her back, and as she lay on the ground, the creature made its way into the wooded terrain with one goose.
Oh shit.
Meanwhile, she got pelted with the other goose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, you
What did you expect?
You went
after the wood-eating
Which is probably
Amish County
why
goose grabber.
it goes back to the other name, why they said the goose chucker, because it threw the
yeah,
goose
it did. Listen, they did
chuck
throw-
a goose.
It did chuck a goose at him, dude.
He also grabbed the geese. So I think we need to just combine the names.
This is like the Tim Tebow of cryptids, dude. Was it a perfect spiral, dude? You know?
It was Aaron Rodgers again.
It's the
Jesse Ventura just throwing spirals.
It's the wood-chewing Amish County goose chucking and grabbing.
Goose grabber than chucker.
It's the Amish County woods goose grabbing, chucking, throwing goose, man. That's what the liberal government doesn't want you to know. I'm starting to realize my Jesse Ventura voice, my Stone Cold Steve Austin voice are the same thing.
Yeah.
I had a beer. What? Had another beer. What? Threw a goose. What? All right.
So that was actually the last known encounter with the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber. And is honestly kind of one of the weirdest cases on record.
Yeah, that is a really strange, funny case.
It's just weird. And it's appeared in several books on the subject of cryptozoology, usually summed up in a paragraph of he chews sites and he eats geese and he grabs them. Sometimes he also threw one at a lady.
Nice.
There it is. There's
Nice.
your simplification.
Well,
And he loves to fucking party.
yeah, dude, nice TLDR at the end there, Tay.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not the end, but...
Nice TLDR at the end.
So it is kind of an obscure one also. I've never heard of it before.
Never heard of that a day in my life.
So there is a lot of like unanswered questions, what kind of mane did it have? Was it like a lion's mane? Was it like a horse's mane? What kind of mane are we talking? Right?
Gucci-
a
a
lobster
Gucci mane?
mane.
Maybe. What'd you say?
A lobster mane.
I don't think lobsters have manes. They're
They do
from
in Maine.
They're from Maine.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, lobster with the beard. Hold on.
So I mean, there's a lot of things, but some suggest maybe that it is possibly a misidentification of possibly a gray or blonde-colored black bear or piebald bear.
Okay. But with horns?
Maybe they saw some stuff. I don't know. Maybe they were on mushrooms. There's nothing to say that they can't take mushrooms. They can grow them.
You see these people were just high?
Who knows?
I mean, it's bold of you to assume, dude. All of our Amish listeners are going to be pissed.
So black bears are reported across the United States and Canada. While they are mostly reported to be black in color, there's actually a range of colors from brown to blonde seen in the western United States, white and light brown seen in British Columbia, and bluish gray as seen in Alaska. So there's a lot of different varieties of bear colors.
Yes.
including in Pennsylvania. However, black is the most predominant color, though there is also what is referred to as cinnamon bears, which are kind of a brownish color. There is a possibility that an alternative colored bear could be the cause of the sighting. However, it's pretty unlikely, especially when you look at how the creature moves and behaves. And also the fact that bears do not have horns.
Yeah, not normally. Bears don't normally have horns.
Another suggestion is the possibility of a Bigfoot
Oh yeah, I mean,
popping up again.
is it a a Bigfoot style entity? But also, I've not really heard stories of Bigfoot. Like, I mean, I've heard Bigfoot like eating salmon and shit, but mainly that's because in the Pacific Northwest. But
I mean, technically, they think that Bigfoot, Big Fi, if you will,
Big Fee, yeah,
are in the what is happening?
Marty has a photo of the.
Oh, I don't know where the hotkey is.
I don't think there is one.
That's one of them.
Technically, big feet are all around the United States. They're not just in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh,
What's happening?
Marty,
you go back to it. I'll do it.
dude's not on the right camera, dude.
I don't know what's happening. So there's.
Oh no.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. All right, man. Let Marty figure it out. Continue, Tay.
All right. I don't know what's happening. That doesn't seem right, though. Anyways, a Bigfoot would match the behavior and some elements as described in the Amish County creature. Bigfoot has been reported with gray fur and is famous for disturbing horses and stealing livestock.
There it is.
There it is. That's the Amish goose grabber.
I don't think you did it quite the right way, but you
Yeah.
got there.
He did it.
You did
You
get
know?
there.
Now we're back on my cam. Look at that. And main cam.
Let's see.
Oh,
if
Marty's moving stuff.
Hey.
Oh, what
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Click on studio mode again, Marty.
There we go.
There we go. I was gonna say, I don't think that's. gonna
I'm
work.
teaching Marty stuff.
I'm learning on camera.
Yeah, you like learning on camera?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Don't you want to be a teacher?
God. Even during the filming of the Patterson Gimlin film, the horses behaved erratically when in the presence of a Sasquatch. The fact that the creature is also seen running bipedally adds to the hypothesis. However, there are several features that do not indicate this creature being a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Horns, most namely.
Well,
obviously.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be. People believe that Bigfoot is like an interdimensional space being that may or may not be connected with the Greys. Because usually, when it happens, is you see Bigfoots, you'll see UFOs, right? And
Yeah.
most commonly Greys when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm almost wondering if like this is a type of Bigfoot style entity. If it's
one of the variations of Big Feet.
Yeah, I mean, you got Yetis.
We do have Yetis.
we
We
have-
have the sheep squatch.
Sheep Squatch, you got the Bat Squatch.
We do got the
Can't
bat
forget the
squatch.
Bat Squatch. We have what's the fucking one? Not the Yowie. It's the Yowie is the one I'm thinking of. The fucking
The
Australian
Yowie.
one. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different kinds.
There are. So who knows? The other thing is that the creature had long claws and tiger-like fangs, which also doesn't typically match Bigfoot description. And then also the creature having a mane is kind of a one that doesn't necessarily match, but it depends on what kind of mane you're talking about, which we do not know.
Yeah.
If we're talking about, like almost like a lion's mane, I could see maybe someone saying that about a Bigfoot. Just it depends on how hairy their neck is.
Or I remember, maybe like a kind of spirit kind of mane, where it's like the darker front. It kind of looks like a mane.
Right, that you so lovingly call her beard.
It is her beard.
It's her mane.
It's her beard.
So it kind of just depends on what you're talking about. I could see it being a type of Bigfoot for sure. One of the other possibilities is proposed by J. Nathan Couch in his book Goatman, Flesh or Folklore.
That's a good name.
In it, he proposes that this phenomenon is actually connected to Goatman. The strange Goatman he was connecting to this case was, of course, the Sheepman of Waterford. He proposes that since the Sheepman was seen in the 70s and assumedly around the same time as the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber, the idea of the Sheepman of Waterford basically went on vacation to the Amish County to simply snack on the super tasty Amish cuisine. That's fantastic. You know?
Yeah, man.
So, I don't know. It could be a variety of Goatman or Sheepman, I suppose.
Totally. I could see it being a bit of both. You know, I'd probably lean closer to a Goatman style entity.
Yeah.
But Goatman's more associated with like a demonic kind of thing. So I don't know. It's definitely a weird case.
It is a weird case. You know, so there's also another creature that is similar to the creature reported, which is the sheep squatch. It's an albino creature that seems to possibly be behind a variety of other cryptid reports. The sheep squatch is about the same height and color as a creature seen in Amish lands, as well as bearing the horns and fangs. The sheep squatch hands are often described as paws with long claws, which is interestingly not unlike what was reported in 1973. Even in the second encounter, the witness claimed that the creature had the tail, which is something that does match with the sheep squatch as well. Of course, the big problem is that the sheep squatch is reported to live in the Appalachian mountainous areas of Kentucky and West Virginia and not the open fields of Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Maybe he was on vacation.
Maybe, perhaps. He's like, sounds like a nice vacation. Going and fucking with some Amish people.
To Lancaster County. You know, we're going to go through it all again, aren't we?
No. Marty's
No.
going to click on the one thing that should already be keybinded.
Oh, good job.
It's probably already keybinded. Marty's just not.
Yeah, I can't find the keybind.
Um,
But that's the sheep squatch.
sheep
That is
squatch.
indeed a sheep squatch.
Indeed.
It kind of gives you an idea of what that creature probably looked like. I mean, that's not a bad option. There is another possibility that this creature could be a demonic creature or supernatural beast.
Mm-hmm.
There are those, obviously, more of a religious mindset that would view this creature as some agent engaged in spiritual warfare against the faith-oriented community.
Spiritual warfare.
Yep.
Love it.
That's sometimes what they say. It is also worth noting that goatmen or goat-like creatures are constantly connected with evil or dark forces of nature, and since this creature seemed to act aggressively in two of the accounts, it is always possible that that could be the case here. It is unlikely, however, as the creature, the way this community treated the creature, they viewed it as a biological animal. And from what you can see from the article, not some supernatural threat requiring prayer or some other dogmatic rite of exorcism to rid themselves of the bizarre creature.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you just have to go and chase after it, and maybe it'll throw its goose back at you.
get a goose. Get geesed.
Oh, get goosed.
I got geesed. So while there are certainly even more bizarre beasts out there plaguing and wandering the United States, I don't know, the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber is kind of becoming one of my favorites. Like,
Yeah,
I love it.
that's definitely really fun. Is that better than the Windy Bagel?
I've never really. Those scare me.
Yeah, Windy Bagels are scary.
Like,
Marty, you familiar with the Windy Bagels?
I'm familiar with bagels.
Wow. I mean, Surprise.
No.
Wendigos, if you will.
Yeah.
He said I'm familiar with bagels. It's like, what's your favorite kind of bagel, though?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
That's a good bagel.
Again, surprise.
I
Either
really
that-
like a good blueberry bagel too.
That's good. I think my favorite actually is like the jalapeno cheddar ones.
Yes.
Those are pretty good.
Those are the
Yeah.
best.
I don't know. Sometimes if I'm craving a sweet item, it'll be a blueberry bagel with some cream cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a sweet breakfast without being overly sweet.
And then I like it with onion chive cream cheese.
Yeah,
Very
look
good.
at man. Ooh, make me hungry. So is that the end of the wood eating Amish County
Yeah,
goose grabber? What's our next
Grabber.
one?
our next one is going to be the Chickie Hill Mummy.
No, the fuck, it's not. The Chickie Hill's Mummy.
Yeah.
Are these
Chickie
just
Hill.
cartoon characters?
Nope.
How do you spell that?
Nope. A-I-E.
K-I-E.
Well, there's a C in
Okay, there it is.
there too.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Let's get into that story.
All right, so the Chickie Hill Mummy. There are a lot of supernatural, or like, there are a lot of entities that seem to be kind of supernatural in origin. The Chickie Hill Mummy is one of those. This is also in Lancaster County.
Is it really? Oh,
It
it
is.
is. It sure is. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, so the Chickie Hill and Chickie's Hill and the surrounding area is a hotbed for supernatural phenomena from small diminutive hairy hominids such as Albat witches. That sounds about
My
right.
uncle's name was Harry Hobbited.
Classic Bigfoot and supernatural Bigfoot encounters and countless goat sightings and anomalous sounds. The area seems like it could fit another mystery in its hills and mountains, but all these entities are said to reside there, and none could compare to this creature, which was seen by a pair of witnesses in the area of in 1946.
Interesting.
We're going further back in time. Harriet Horn would come face to face with a bizarre apparition on the most unassuming of days in 1946. Harriet, along with several of her friends and coworkers, were out enjoying a warm day on Chickie's Hill, and the group had decided to stop and enjoy a picnic. As the plates were being passed out and food was being placed around, Harriet realized that the group was desperately low on water, and so, along with a male friend, hopped into his car and drove back down the hill to go fetch enough for everyone. As they were coming closer to the exit of the park, they noticed a bizarre figure standing near a group of trees. Harriet at first thought it to be another person, but soon realized the abject terror that the figure was way too big and too thin to be a person. As the car came closer, she soon realized what was looming in the woods and something that stepped out of the pages of an Edgar Allan Poe story. This
Yes.
creature is very weird. There is a picture of it, so you can.
There is a
Put it
picture.
up
I'm
somewhere,
looking
like
at the
here.
picture. Yeah, maybe Marty can even find it.
This fucking keyboard's like dying.
Oh,
Oh, it's being weird.
oh no.
Well, we haven't
That's why I-
ever changed the batteries in it.
Yeah.
That's fair. The figure, which she could now tell was a person, was towering 16 feet tall.
How do you
Oh
spell
my
it?
god.
Chickie?
Chikey?
K-I-E.
Chikey.
There's
Hill.
a C in there.
Oh.
we just did this with me. That's really funny.
You guys are the same fucking person, I swear to God, sometimes.
Well, it's because we are.
You guys spend a lot of time.
This fucking thing right here?
Yep. There he is.
Not yet. Hold on.
These stories, I have it just kind of mapped out to like the general areas.
Yeah.
These stories are only like 18 miles apart.
That's not that far apart.
They're not that far apart at all. There it is, Marty. You found it.
He's working on it. There we go.
There's not a hotkey for it.
There's definitely not a key for it.
I pressed all the keys.
I think you have to go in and make a hotkey, but it's not.
I used it for the game show. There's definitely a hotkey, dude.
Let's see.
Whatever.
Well, at least show the fucking.
He did.
We'll put it back on there. There you go. Look at that.
There we go. Chickie Hill Mummy.
There it is. Look at the knives in its fucking head.
Those
There's
kids
one.
playing mean pranks on it.
16 feet tall this creature is.
That's fucking
Wow.
huge.
This thing's only a foot tall.
Great. The entity was extremely bizarre as it was wrapped in long bandages from top to bottom and seemingly devoid of arms or legs, or they were hidden by trees or tightly wrapped in the bandages to the point where they were not noticeable. All of this was bizarre and horrifying enough, but as she stared at the skeletal face, she noticed that protruding from the sides was a total of 6 knives that were placed 3 on each side. Harriet's companion, who was driving, was so encapsulated by this bizarre apparition that all he could say was, "My God, what is that?"
That's a fair reaction. I would probably say the same thing, too.
Yeah. I think I'd have a couple more expletives in there.
Just go, holy shit tits.
What the absolute fuck is that? Honestly.
It's a mummy tail.
Well, I fucking can see that.
Well, then why even ask?
Okay. So they actually almost lost control of the vehicle as the man was staring at this monstrous mummy. And they continued to drive past the entity, leaving the creature behind, and continued to drive a quarter of a mile before pulling off to the side of the road. The two sat there in utter
That's the
disbelief, attempting to rationalize what they had just experienced, and an eerie thought emanated in their brains. They had left all of their friends and coworkers behind with that thing.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, dude.
So
I'd be pretty teed off, dude.
the
I'm
two
pretty peed off, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The two, in an act of heroism, proceeded to restart the car and began driving back to the park and up the hill towards their colleagues, where they were continuing the picnic. On the drive up, the pair looked in the woods around for the colossal creature, but it seemed to vanish. As they returned to the picnic, they rushed out of the car as fast as they could, uttering, "You gotta get out of here, we saw something terrible." With these words, all the picnickers began grabbing what they could, leaving only some plates, food, and blankets behind. The group all traveled back down the road where the coworkers may have seen the bizarre entity. When the group returned to work the next day, everyone was quiet, and their silence seemed to speak volumes as to what they may have seen. Only one woman was not so quiet in a hushed tone when she began to tell the story. She heard of a witch that lived on Chickie's Hill, who was allegedly evicted from her home. This now homeless practitioner supposedly placed a curse on the land, and in doing so, opened a door, letting in all sorts of strange entities loose on the hill.
That's actually insane.
What the fuck is happening?
What?
She's got her feet pressed up on the legs of my chair. You see that?
It's a tired puppy.
Yeah.
That's the you know, like how some renters, they'll be like, oh, fuck my landlord, dude. I'm gonna stay in the carpets, or
I do that all the time. I fuck my... Just kidding.
you fuck your landlord.
Oh, fuck my landlord. Just kidding.
Well, I guess you're not getting anything for Christmas, huh?
He already did.
Other than that fucking...
I already did.
Other than that booty. But, you know, some people will be like, oh, I'm not going to patch these holes in the wall. That's where I put my nails. You know, like, fuck this guy. Whatever. This lady was like, you're going to evict me? I'm opening a door to hell. Like, how do you even pitch that, like, as a landlord? You're like, hey, I know you guys are both here for the viewing. You know, I do apologize. time conflicting and all that stuff. But you both are welcome to come in. You have any questions about the space? Let me know. It's a simple 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Sir, can you stop singing, please?
I'm the mummy.
Sorry about that. I don't know what he's doing. But if you look over here, you see it's a sir, please. As you can see, it's a simple kitchenette. It's got washer, dryer, in-house unit. Fridge obviously comes with it, and then a portal to hell in the corner there. Oh fuck! You hear that?
Yeah.
What is it? What is that noise?
I don't know.
Terrified. Oh, it's just a horse.
Nay.
But that's fucking terrifying, though.
Yeah.
That's super scary.
In 1969, Chickie's Rock County Park actually underwent a massive case of ghost mania as well. Chickie's Rock and Chickie's Hill is littered with several reported spirits from Native Americans, Amish folk, and the tragic souls of those who have committed suicide on the rock. And during 1969, several teenagers reported seeing shadowy gray apparitions in the woods. That sighting was later revealed to be a hoax. Of course. But that
Fucking teens.
that didn't stop people from searching the forest for spirits. And the search was so extensive that police officers were actually dispatched to manage the heavy flow of traffic that filled the park.
Damn.
They were busy.
Damn.
Not a lot of things to do in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, not a lot of things to do in Pennsylvania.
I'm also looking at a photo of Chickie's Rock, and that is it's pretty spooky. It's pretty big. It's got a lake.
Boopy.
View though.
It's pretty, yeah. I mean,
That's where Jason Bourne came out of the water.
Chickie's Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just, like when a kid talks to you and you're like, oh, really? Same kind of concept.
Good job, buddy.
Sometimes you just gotta.
That's what Jason Paul came out and he gave me V-Bucks.
Sometimes you just gotta give Marty like that same kind of attention.
Totally, yeah, man. That was good job, Marty.
Thanks.
Got any horse sounds for us? Nice. Get a horse sound.
Good job. Oh, he deflated.
Great. Now I'm out of a horse and a lover.
Nay.
I guess not.
So there are several hoaxed claims and ostensibly real encounters that happened during this time span. The one particular encounter that seems to mirror Harriet Horne's in 1946 was actually that one of the ghost hunters, while standing out in the woods, reported that they saw a spirit wrapped in bandages with a knife sticking from it.
Interesting.
They didn't say it was 16 feet tall,
Yeah.
but they did see a creature similar.
That's knives sticking from it.
Yeah.
It's like, please help me.
Yes, please.
Fuck.
So there have been no reported sightings of this entity since. So it's difficult to give any further information on the entity, and it's a type of creature that's never seemed to have been reported since. There is nothing to imply this creature has any sort of physical biology. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Biology.
No.
Biology.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same that a Bigfoot would. There's actually more possibility of it being a hoax than a biological entity. Though a hoax seems more possible.
And way less fucking cool, am I right?
Yeah.
Because there's only the one real instance of this case.
Yeah.
It's based on what can be gleaned from eyewitness testimonies. The idea of this creature may have been capable of movement, but is never described as ambling along, opening its mouth, or doing anything that would give it the appearance of a sentient entity. So from this lack of movement, there's a possibility that was reported was some sort of manufactured model or some form of art installation that could have been made as a prank, which is pretty unlikely, considering it was 16 feet tall. And to, first of all, create a piece that big, set it up, and then take it down in the matter of a few minutes is pretty improbable.
Just push it over. Push it over, hide in the bush.
I guess.
At least, at minimum, a 17-foot push. At minimum.
See, I don't know if a prank is really the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe,
You know.
I mean, it could have just been a fucking, like, elemental cryptid or something like that. It could have just been, like, your elemental spirit or something like that, just hanging out.
Yeah, so I mean,
It doesn't necessarily seem like a negative experience. It just was there,
yeah.
just hanging out.
While a hoax cannot be taken off the table, other researchers have looked at other categories for an answer to this anomalous apparition. One of the most unlikely categories that some researchers have pointed to is that what was seen on Chickie's Hill could have come from ufology.
Ufology, dare you say?
Based on a famous case in Mississippi. Can you guess what case it is? We've covered it.
Well, unfortunately, I have the same document open, so I already know.
Oh, fuck.
But
So-
it's one of the favorites.
You got to guess, Marty?
I don't think Marty was even with us when we covered that.
He was not.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
Marty has
I don't
no
know what
idea,
it
dude.
would
What? This fucking guy, dude.
He
This
doesn't
fucking
even
guy.
He doesn't even listen to it.
Doesn't even know anything about ufology, dude. Ufology. What's your favorite alien abduction, man?
The abduction of Jason Bourne
Okay.
from Chickie Lake.
So
that is a good one, though. That's
researcher Joshua Cutchin has hypothesized that the appearance of Chickie Hill's mummy might be interconnected to the Pascagoula abductors.
oh shit.
The reason for this is that the Pascagoula abductors were often described as having mummy-like skin and having bizarre conical knife-like protrusions that jutted out from their face. Now, the Pascagoula abductors are only loosely similar to Chickie's Hill Mummy, but the size is entirely wrong. Because, I'm sorry, this creature is 16 feet tall.
Yeah. And if you want to know about the Pascagoula alien abduction, go listen to episode 61 of Haunts, Graves, and Omens. Hot Alien is what it's called, which I don't know why it's called that, but I called it that for a reason.
Either you did or I did.
Yeah.
That could have been me.
Hot Alien? Question mark?
That very well could have been me.
There's probably some weird bit in there.
There is a bit in there. There has to be. So the Pascagoula abductors, however, also had arms and floated and had less projecting facial features. And the one that was based on, or that was on the front of the face, based on these glaring differences, it's kind of hard to say that they could
Oh,
be
that's right. I remember these fucking things. It was the guys that were fishing, and then they
Yeah,
saw,
yeah.
like, they had the little nubs and shit, like, and they just, like, come out.
I
and
don't
like,
know why we call them hot aliens, though. That's my question.
I don't know. Probably because they're thick.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Hot
remember.
aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What?
I was just looking up to see HGO stuff. But, yeah, I forgot about these little guys, man.
Yeah, they're just kind of vibing. So obviously a supernatural apparition, either some sort of manifestation created via witchcraft or possibly transmogrified spirit of a murder victim, is kind of a plausible category. Entities similar to Chickie's Hill Mummy have been reported elsewhere, not only in the United States but around the world. There is one, the Anza Borrego desert lantern skeleton, which was an 8-foot tall skeletal apparition with an old lantern that hangs in its chest. In Japan, there's the yokai, known as Gasha Dokuro, which is a colossal skeleton that is 15 times the size of a normal person. This entity is composed of the bones of individuals who have died of starvation and proceed in grabbing and biting the heads off of anyone who encounters them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered the yokai when we did the Japanese folklore and cryptids.
I don't know if we did specifically that yokai, though.
Yeah. I think we covered a different kind of yokai.
Because there are a couple different kinds.
Yeah.
In Scotland, there is another skeletal type entity that was reported seen at the wedding of King Alexander. The figure bore no clothes or flesh. And this...
That's just rude.
I know.
Just rude, man.
He went to a wedding and was like, I'm going to go into full nude.
Oh, Lord, hail to King Alexander and his wedding. And then, like, who is that man? He's like, I'm just here for the cake.
Like, oh my God. Can you even eat cake? You're like,
Yeah.
I could die.
So the encounter's exact date is pretty unclear considering, it's from a long ass time ago.
yeah.
And the original reference to this was John Keel's The Complete Guide to Mystery Beings, and he places the date as 1293, but this is not possible considering King Alexander III, the last of the King Alexanders, died on March 19th of 1286 and was married in 1251. Not quite.
Maybe he got married twice.
He was dead.
Maybe he got married twice.
For a couple of things. The church and state were still together at that point.
Yeah.
So
Was that before?
you couldn't-
That was before the divorce. Yeah, I got it.
Yes. That was before all of that. So there was no separation of church and state. So you still had to stay married, no matter what, unless your partner died. As someone figured out very, very quickly.
Tell it to the fucking, what was it, King Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell that to him, dude.
Well, yeah, no, he divorced his first wife and then beheaded his second. So.
It was like
Divorced, beheaded, died.
divorced, beheaded, survived. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fun, dude. I mean, not for any of them, but it's a fun rhyme.
Have you listened to, this is wildly off topic, kind of on topic. Have you listened to the Six musical at all?
No, but
It's about his wife.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's actually, I really like it. I like musicals.
Yeah.
Also off topic, have you guys ever done fentanyl?
Yes,
No.
Nice.
I have. But
Yours
it was in a emergency situation where I was given fentanyl.
Yours was illegal.
You're like, it was an emergency situation where I was highly addicted.
No, I had to get it. The medics gave it to me when I was quite injured, and I'll tell you what, it's fucking gross. Don't use it.
Tight.
Not fun.
So King Alexander II was married a second time to married Cousi in 1239.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what he's referring to, is he got the dates backwards.
Yeah.
1293 versus 1239.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the high chance that this author was talking about. And then there are similar sightings of skeletal apparitions all around England and Ireland. So great. So we talked about Chickie Hill Mummy, and we talked about the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber.
The Amish eating Wood County goose eater.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably did eat that goose. You were correct.
Yeah, that's
Good job, Marty.
Or either that, maybe he was saving them
For what?
Ezekiel.
for a lover. I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good hearty laughs out of that. Those were wild stories.
I knew that the wood-eating Amish County goose grabber would get you guys.
Yeah, that's great.
It got me.
I got you pretty good.
Well, if you had fun, be sure to like, share, subscribe on YouTube and wherever you're listening. Rate us 5 stars in your listening apps. If you have a... I was like,
The horse is back.
what the fuck is that noise? If you have a horse, please. Horse! If you have a story you'd like to tell us or want us to have us tell, whatever it may be, email us at HGOPodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, you can at HGO Podcast. Go check it out. Want to follow me directly on Instagram and Twitch, you can at I Hunt the Haunted. It's that way. There it is. Tay.
Hi. Oh, you caught me in the middle of a yawn. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lunar Thrill. You can also follow our dog, who is currently sleeping, so I'm not going to wake her up to bring her up here. Spirit at Spirit the Turb.
Spirit the Turb.
On Instagram. Martine.
And
it's your
Horseman
turn.
Martin.
You can follow me. Ghetto Feather.
Okay.
I think Marty, because you guys didn't, I think because you guys did not film the doc this week, Marty is having withdrawals.
Yeah, dude, we're starting to get all antsy. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Marty is having a moment where he's like, I just gotta.
It's true, man. It's how
I
it be.
just gotta have a moment. And I
And,
gotta act like this is the doc.
And in a rare turn, I'm not going to end the episode with my usual bit. Instead, I'm going to say, remember to stay spooky.
Stay haunted.
And stay dry.
Ooh, stay dry. That's good.
Yeah.
It's nice and wholesome.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.